up, people?
Hey.
It's your boy Usman back again with another video. And as you can see, the first
Come on,
game
come
of the
on.
season.
The Premier League is back.
Come on, you Spurs!
He's a
I
Tottenham.
thought you supported Arsenal.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so I'm joined here by Aves, as you probably know from the Match Day
Come
vlogs.
on, United.
And also Keishan Katecha, the only Spurs fan in the whole fucking country.
Nah, there's plenty of us. We're all just
Yeah,
hiding. In the current transfer window, we're all just hiding.
They've turned up now.
And
Anyway,
the last one the title.
Bloody hell's already started. Okay, so just want to quickly say, here's a Premier League predictions video. First things first, we are making this video when Arsenal are playing Leicester, so on the day of the first game of the season. So the transfer window is still open, so please do not hate on brothers. If Sanchez fucking ends up leaving, Coutinho ends up leaving.
Hashtag where's sources.
Where's sources? Check out Where's sources on Twitter. His description and all that information will be in the flipping.
I did say Matic won't join, but
Oh my god. Let's move on with the video. So first things first, just want to go through the top 6 teams and then we'll go on to our predictions for the bloody season.
Yeah.
And if we're brave, we might do relegation, but I don't know any of those shit teams down there, so we might just allow that. Anyway, so let's start with the champions. First things first, let's talk about the players that they brought in. How do we think Chelsea are looking? Keishan, what do you think about their squad so far?
To be honest, I think they've weakened since last season. I think Bakayoko is a class player, but to be honest, compared to Matic with Premier League pedigree, he's won the Premier League twice in the last 3 years. I think they've weakened, and the fact that Chelsea's policy is always getting value for money in terms of they've sold a 29-year-old in Matic for 45 million and bought Bakayoko for I think 40 million, 22 years of age. But I think they've made a huge mistake. Even Costa, the situation, a guy who scored
Costa situation is a
58
mess.
goals in 3 seasons. How many Premier League strikers have that goal?
You know,
scoring
Lukaku
record?
has, but you know, your boy Kane as well.
Yeah,
But,
I think they've risked it with unproven class. Bakayoko,
I agree with that.
Morata, both got huge potential as players.
Yeah.
Rudiger as well, the centre half, but again, none of them have Premier League experience, and I think it's going to be a difficult season for Chelsea, to be honest.
Fair points, to be honest. I definitely think they have gambled because obviously they've swapped Costa for Morata first and foremost. They've swapped Bakayoko for Matic, again another Premier League winner, and they've swapped Rudiger for Zuma, John Terry, and Ake. So
again, John Terry, even if he's not playing, to have someone in the team and around the atmosphere, to have someone like him.
I would not judge Morata yet, as a lot of people have judged him, saying that he's not good just because that's pre-season. But the play needs time, like. For example,
a few flaws like Bilal Rafikat as well, I know who rated him.
Shout out to Bilal.
Yeah, shout out to you, Bilal, yeah.
Oh no, but on a level I want to Morata. If you watch my videos, you know I want to Morata badly. I don't know about yourself.
I won't doubt, first of all, I won't doubt Chelsea having a bad season. I think they'll definitely make it top 4, but obviously we're going to get onto as a
predictions a bit like, obviously the champions for a reason. So obviously he's talked about them gambling, that kind of thing. What do you think about the squad? Like, do you think it's better or do you think it's gotten weaker?
Well, I have to agree with him, it has gone weaker. Like, Conte did say I did, because, you know, always sources, I read my sources. And they are obviously going to make more, they're going to make more signings later. Conte said himself that they need to improve the squad much more, and they definitely need to make more signings, like, whereabouts, I don't even know how more signings.
To be honest, I agree with you. They definitely need at least a couple more players.
Yeah.
They're a bit flipping weak at the moment. But yeah, we'll go into the predictions a bit later on. So regarding Chelsea, my personal opinion, I kind of have to echo what you both said. For me, it's a massive race. Morata, I wanted him badly, but to replace someone like Diego Costa with someone like Morata, if anything, they needed Morata as well as Costa, just to, you know, push forward. They're going to have Champions League football as well, something they didn't have last season, so they were able to play the first 11 pretty much every game. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, we'll see how they do this year with Champions League. Obviously, it was easy for them last year.
This year's going to be interesting.
They had no injuries though, did they?
Yeah.
Literally no injuries. That's what they were looking.
For the first time, I think...
with you lot, you had Kane and Eriksen out for a period, and I think Dele Alli might be
We were lucky because Son put in a show at the end of last season.
Can you imagine if they lost Hazard and Costa?
Exactly.
They would have been screwed.
But I think for Morata's cause, I think he needs to hit the ground running for his own confidence.
He's going to have to.
A lot of pundits on Sky have said it, saying that if he doesn't hit the ground running, I think his confidence will drop.
Yeah, he doesn't look like
even Conte himself has said that he's not physically ready for the Premier League.
Conte's a mess.
He called him weak.
Conte's actually a mess, man.
The thing is, if you're Morata and you're listening to your own manager not giving you critique like that in front of the public, he shouldn't be doing that, to be honest. I don't think he should be.
It's an absolute flipping shambles. But let's move on to Manchester City. The noisy flipping neighbours. We fucking hate City. I don't know why he thinks about. Well, you might.
They're taking Kyle Walker off.
You might now.
They gave us 50 million, so we'll take that.
Bargain.
Flipping, not too bad. So let's start with you, Ves. What do you think about Manchester City? Obviously, they've signed a stupid amount of players, but what do you think the
No,
Spurs
I think they're gonna have a perfect season, to be honest, because as the defenders they signed, like people say 50 million. Obviously, 50 million is a lot for what they signed. Mendy 50, Danilo was Danilo 50, as well.
Yeah, Danilo's
25.
Signed Edison as well. Walker 50 million. You know they got a bargain for that. But they've got a good squad. They've got Bernardo Silva. Yeah, Bernardo Silva as well. They've got a really good squad like Aguero, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. Who do they have? They got
Jesus as well.
They got Silva. What?
They've got
Sterling.
I think Bernardo Silva is a perfect replacement for
No one's spoken about him, innit? He's a big player.
Because he was the first signing, and when he was signed
so long ago,
everyone spoke
he plays
about
on
him.
the right, innit?
Yeah, he's more of a number 10,
like
just in behind.
Yeah,
and I think the reason why they bought him is a replacement for Silva. Silva's 31 now, isn't he? So he's getting towards that age.
And their defense as well, like they had a really old team. You get me, like with
Zabaleta and all that.
And now for the next 5 years, if the players stay, they got like backups in it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Right backs.
What do you reckon about City?
A lot. I'd still say this is the problem with this season. I think a lot of teams have improved, but to an extent. I don't think any team stands out this year. I think I mentioned this to yourself before. It's all going to be about the managers this year rather than anything, and about the formations, the tactics that they use.
Second year, innit?
Exactly. So
it should step up now.
Again, they've made a lot of signings, and again, another 35-40 million for another keeper. Come on now, like Joe Hart for me again. Out of the keepers have signed Prem experience. You should have kept him, but again, that's another story. But Silva, again, he's French league. But again, Ibrahimovic proved that even if you come from the French league, you can still prove it. So we'll see. But to be honest, again, I still think that the most important player this season is going to be Vincent Kompany. Now he's been injured for 3-4 seasons now.
He's injured all the time.
And
hopefully he gets injured again. Just put it out there.
A boy that I used to think John Stones. These guys always used to take the piss out of me. Look, his coughing, perfect timing.
John Stones.
So literally 50 million.
Literally 50 million down the drain.
So for me, if Kompany doesn't play the full season and they don't sign another proven Premier League centre half, I do not think they'll win the Premier League. He has to play for me more than 60% of their games. Otherwise, there's no opportunity.
They need to get Van Dijk.
They have to get Van Dijk.
Regarding City, no, 100% agree with what you're saying. Kompany is a massive part of their potential success. Basically, what you said with the signings, agree again, all pretty much standout signings. It's easy for us to take piss at the fact they spent 50 million here, there, and everywhere. To be honest with you, the money don't mean shit. Because if Neymar's just gone for 200 million, what's 50 million for Walker? If they end up winning the season because Kyle Walker and Mendy do well for them, no one's going to give a shit about the 50 million they spent on each of them, innit? But just one thing I do want to point out, because obviously Pep Guardiola, as you know, I personally don't rate him. Well, I rate him obviously, but I don't think he's as good as people make it out. But he didn't win a trophy last season. Hypothetically speaking, obviously there's a stupid amount of pressure of him to obviously perform and produce an actual trophy. What would you say if he was not to win anything this season as well? Like would you think that they'd give him another chance?
I think based on the fact that it's Pep Guardiola and the project City have laid out to him, they would keep him. But for me, if he doesn't win at least a trophy this season, it's been a massive failure. The hype, the name, everything that he's been brought out. Because if you notice, he's managed two teams, Barcelona and Bayern Munich, who, no disrespect, have had the best teams in the league. At the time, Barcelona, they had Alexis Sanchez, Ibrahimovic at one point, Pedro at his peak, Messi. Exactly, so they had a lot of top-class players. Bayern Munich, the league is basically won. So this is, for me, when he joined City last season, it was an aging squad that needed refreshing, and this is his chance now to prove to so if he proves it now, if he wins the Premier League this season,
I'll rate him now.
Then you've got to give it to him.
I've got to give him credit.
You've got to give it to him. I think the good thing that he's done this season is he's found the areas that he needs to improve on and targeted them. So again, he needed fullbacks definitely. Sagna and Clichy past their 30s. You had to get them. Goalkeeper again. He hasn't even got a cap for Brazil yet. So again, we'll see, but you never know. Anyone could have been better than Bravo last season. I don't know if you'd agree with me, but yes.
Bravo was good, man.
Caballero was their best goalkeeper.
I was hoping they kept Bravo, to be fair.
Yeah, there you go. So for me, it's a huge season, but again, you can't argue with their attack. Their front six, you'd probably say, is the best in the Premier League by far, I think.
On paper,
not by far, but on
paper, you 100%.
Gabriel Jesus and Aguero. Aguero's goal scoring.
That's going to be lethal. Them mother lovers.
If he plays them two together.
together.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, let's move on to the other team that I fucking hate, Liverpool FC. The scum from obviously Liverpool. Okay, so I'm gonna start on this one because I fucking hate them with my passion. So let me just get in there first and foremost. If you haven't heard, there's been quite a lot of speculation with Coutinho. Quite a lot that has happened on the day that we're recording this, which is the first day of the Premier League. Apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but people are saying that he's handed in a transfer request. Barcelona bidded what, 93 million or something?
Yep, 93 million.
90 million got rejected.
90, aware sources.
Yep.
90 million rejected and also 93 million rejected, if I'm not mistaken. Something along those lines. Anyways, but apparently he's handed in a transfer request. Apparently Jean is wanting to leave to Juve as well. So it seems like Liverpool are a team in turmoil. I don't think that they've strengthened enough for me personally. Yes, Salah is an absolute phenomenal signing. He's quality, very cheap as well. But I just don't think it's enough. They need a flipping back four, don't they? The left back looks decent.
I still think in one way or another they'll get Van Dijk. I think it will happen.
I hope not.
Southampton FC for Liverpool, basically. They're
feeder club.
They're literally feeder club. You could call Southampton their main XI, to be honest.
That's basically the second team.
Exactly, but for me, they've had this defensive problem for years.
They need to fix the centre backs.
I think Brendan Rodgers, when they had an opportunity to win the title, it was their defence that cost them. If they had one solid centre half in that team, I have no doubt in my mind they would have won the league that season.
Unfortunately.
And that's cost them in many years.
We're not going to see that ever again, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Vaz, what do you think about Liverpool? I mean, we have to try not to be biased because we hate them a lot. But what do you think about their squad? Because I personally think it's like.
I think they're gonna have a poor season after seeing about Coutinho leaving, and you said Juve are in for what's his name? Jean. They're gonna have a poor season because when Liverpool buy players, I've never seen them get like world-class players. Like when you see United and City or Chelsea buying players,
they were turned down by Sanchez, though, weren't they? A few years
they
ago?
were. Yeah, I was gonna say, they were turned down by Sanchez.
Yeah,
no, want Chamberlain, don't they? I don't think Chamberlain.
Sanchez, they offered Sanchez a contract just before he left.
Why does Coutinho play left mid mostly the last season? Did he play?
He plays as just behind the striker.
Like a floater.
Yeah, I don't know who Liverpool will replace him with. That's the thing. Like,
there's talks of Lanzini, but
they could get Douglas Costa. Like, they could get good players that are out there in the market, but Liverpool never do that. I don't know why.
He's gone now, though, hasn't he, Costa? He's gone to Juventus.
Oh, he hasn't it?
2 years.
Yeah. To be fair, just to quickly sum around the Liverpool, I'm not gonna lie, their attack is way better than Man United's on paper. Well, not even on paper, just like performance-wise, they'd definitely be more entertaining without a shadow of a doubt. But just the defense for me, just if I was a Liverpool fan, thank God I'm flipping out. I'd be worried by the fact that they haven't actually signed a proper centre back. But I don't even know who they've got at the back. Is it flipping Lovren and Matip?
Matip.
Come on, they have to improve that, surely, man.
The thing is that the one guy I would say give potential to a lot of Liverpool fans, there is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's Dominic Solanke. I think he's going to be very good.
He's a good signing.
I think the England under-19s, he got the golden boot.
Chelsea
let him go.
Chelsea let him go.
Again, the two under-21 teams that get to the final every season of the FA Cup is Chelsea and City, and how many of their youth do you see? None. They spend all this money on their youth academies, and you see none of them come through. So it's ridiculous.
That's a good point. Like, Solanke is actually a very good signing.
He's a very good player.
He looks like a decent player. They've got other players like Origi, Ings, these mans. Sturridge, obviously, that's injured.
Scored against Bayern and got injured straight after.
He might have lived in
hospital. You go. Yeah.
But yeah, attacking wise, Liverpool look solid, but defensively, and to be fair, Henderson's the most overrated piece of shit on the planet. And that's not me being biased. I just don't like his face or the fact that he plays for Liverpool. Anyways, let's move on to the other team. In this case, it's this guy's fucking hatred. Arsenal FC. Hashtag Wenger, please stay for the rest of your life.
Wenger out. You heard it here first.
Okay, we'll start with Fez because I've got a feeling you've got two.
What are we talking about again?
Arsenal, the team that's kicking off in about 10 minutes.
Arsenal.
Okay, so first and foremost, should we start with the Sanchez situation? We're going to have to, aren't we? What do you reckon? First of all, do you think Sanchez is going to stay? We'll start with that, then we'll go into the squad. So do you think Sanchez is going to stay?
It's hard because first, like, when the transfer window was open, there was, like, obviously everyone thought he's going to leave and everything, but now he's like, I don't know, he's like getting into the team more. He's like, he feels much happy. Like, he wasn't in the training or anything at all. Now he's with them.
Yeah.
It's hard to see. I don't know.
I need a yes or a no. Because we're going to look back at this end of the season. I need a yes or a no. What do you reckon?
No, I think he's staying.
Okay, he's staying. There's only 20 days left, mind, while we're making this video. Yes or no?
I think now he's going to stay. Based on the fact that PSG are after Mbappe now, and I think the only team Wenger would potentially let him go to would be PSG. I think now with the problem with the fans he's had in the last 12 to 18 months, and Arsenal fan TV going absolutely crazy on him, if he did that, there would be an uproar. The likes of DT troops, they would create a community. There you go. They would create a community, and it would be chaos. So I think unless he sold Sanchez to a foreign club, there is no chance in hell that he's leaving. Imagine Sanchez going to Man City, basically handing City the league in the sense of Sanchez goes. And imagine Arsenal fans looking at that transfer that he sold him to their...
That'd kill Wenger.
It would kill him off.
He's already
game
over.
And he's signed 2-year contract, which is massively risky, so he has to be very careful.
Yeah. So yours is he's staying as well, isn't
He's
it?
staying, yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fucking agree on this one. It's unanimous that I think Sanchez is staying as well. Probably he doesn't want to stay because he knows he ain't going to win shit this year. But we'll get to the predictions very shortly. Okay, so regarding the Arsenal squad in general, how have they been signing? Well, they signed Kolasinac.
I think Kolasinac will be a very, very good signing.
And
Lacazette. There'll be two very good signings. But again, it's not enough. And Arsenal's problem, similar to Liverpool, for the last few, I think since the Invincible season, they've not really rejuvenated their defence. Now, this is the first season.
They've got injuries. They're playing less than
Holding, for me, again, he's proven me wrong. He's going to be I think he's got the potential to be the next England centre-half in the futures to come. They've got him and Koscielny, but the thing is, his formation now, the way he's playing, like today's team.
Is it 3-5-2?
Yeah, he plays 3 centre-halves at the back. So you can't. He hasn't got 3 top-class centre-halves. You've got Koscielny, and then you've got Holding, and then you've got Mustafi, and then after that, who have you got? You've got Mertesacker, who's going to retire after the season. Who else do you have? So I know there's a player who's been out.
Why don't they go for Van Dijk?
He's out there. I know it's 60 million, but he's there.
Just put the money down for him.
Arsene Wenger wants a player who has technical ability. Van Dijk has that in abundance. Van Dijk's not one of those players who kicks it in rosettes. He's got that tactical nous about him. He's got that quality where he can keep them off the ball. Exactly. And I'm surprised, even with his fee, with the amount of money that's been paid, City paying 50 million for him. Why? I'm confused. Premier League experience. He's a bossing defender. He's 26. He's in his prime. He's got 4, 5, 6 years to play in the top for a top football team. I'm really confused as to why teams have not bought him. So
they need a centre back.
Again, there's plenty of time in the transfer window, but I don't think Arsenal, and that's the problem. Every season, Arsenal have been 2 to 3 players short, and over the years, it's got more and more and more to the stage.
Exactly.
For me, it was similar to what a friend of mine said recently. If you're a player playing for Arsenal, it's a good club to be at because it's easy. You've got players like...
No pressure.
No pressure. You've got players like Theo Walcott on £100,000 a week who's been there for 10 years, is on the bench today, never really been a starter. He's happy to get his £100,000 a week. He knows that there's not really much to go by, but the city is great. It's a good stadium to play in. There you go. There's no pressure on the players at all. There's nothing there.
That comes from the manager. Innit?
That's the problem, exactly.
That's why they want to Wenger out, and I'm so happy that you kept him.
There you go.
Just want to. That's probably the best signing of the summer so far. I can't lie. But if that's
2-year contract.
Any quick words on Arsenal, then we'll move on. What do you reckon? What do you think their squad? Do you think they need anybody? If you were Wenger, would you add anyone to that squad, basically?
Yeah, well, it's the same situation I've been told about. You know, the way how Liverpool, they don't sign like more players, like more key players. Like they could sign like so many players. Also, like in that midfield, they could. Who's trying today? Like Almeida and Xhaka. They could have put Matuidi there. They could have put Pastore there. They can sign. They can sign so many good players. But it's just as Keishan said, like again, 2-3 players short is happening every season for them. That's why they finished 4th.
They finished 5th, didn't they?
No 4th place trophy this season. Fuck off!
Get out here! But feel free to drop a like. Okay, so let's move on to your beloved Tottenham Hotspur. We'll finish up my night last. So just quickly, do you want to round up what the situation is?
It won't take very long, seeing as though we've not signed anyone yet. What are you doing? What are you doing, Levy?
But you have lost Kyle Walker.
I'm proud of losing Kyle Walker, to be fair. After January, he got outplayed by Trippier at the back.
Is it Trippier injured?
Yeah, he's injured, but he'll be fit for the next game, so hopefully, fingers crossed.
Is he?
Yeah, he'll be fit.
Oh shit, should have won my fancy football.
Should have. There you
That's
go.
A bit awkward.
But no, defensively, he covered him at the back. He lost his temperament with the manager after January. He felt like he wanted to play more games. But Pochettino was refreshing the squad, keeping everyone happy. And unfortunately, it happened. Leading on to Danny Rose, which is perfect. His statement recently that he's released.
Danny Rose.
What an absolute prick, by the way. You've been out since January or February, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care anymore, right? You've not been around the first team. You've not been around the first team. And then the day before, you have your first training session with the first team. Oh, it's my last contract. I'm 27. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? Imagine him going to the first team the next day for his first training. Imagine. I hope Harry Kane looks at him and says, "Get the fuck on the floor, bend over, and let me kick the shit out of you because you are fucking kissing my boots for the next year." It's an absolute disgrace. I understand that we need to buy players, and it will happen. I think
definitely need to buy players.
I think we'll end up getting Barkley. Levy's way will be 25 mil plus 10 mil add-ons. He always does that. But again, this is our problem, and it was linked to what Pochettino said in his last press conference. We tried to buy Morata, but Morata said, "Boss, where am I going to play? Kane's there," and that's our problem. We're going to struggle.
The 11 is too strong.
That's the thing.
You need squad players, isn't it?
Exactly. We're only going to be able to buy squad players, but who do you buy who's good enough to even be on our squad? Because we want to Janssen I want a Jermaine Defoe or a Hernandez to be there, but again they're players who with their age they want to start exactly. So who do we technically
the reject striker?
We have we know, but that's for another time. Adebayor.
Okay.
Fraud Adebayor.
Let's move on to Vest because you're gonna be all day.
There you go.
Vest, what do you reckon of Spurs? If you were the Spurs manager, do you think anything can improve? Obviously,
well, now Trippier's injured for how long is he injured for? Is there any confirmation?
Apparently he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be able to play.
I don't know. People don't notice Tottenham, like last season, the season before, look where they finished, like they improved bare.
Last 2 seasons we've
at the start of the season, like Tottenham, like most people don't realize them. Rate them, and then at the end of season I see them, they're like second and shit like that.
Exactly.
But
we are really missing
I don't know what players you need to sign because
they need about 4.
The thing is, we need one player. I think in the whole squad, we need one player, and that's Gareth Bale. But we can't afford it. No, it's true. It's true. No, for every Spurs fan, it's dreamland. I get that, but we know that. That's the only player that's missing from us winning the Premier League. He is the one player. We need one player of his element. If we don't get him, we need one player of his sort of background for us to win the league. But we can't afford it. We can't afford to pay 50, 60, 70, 80 million for a player. Our range is around 20, 30 million. Now, if you're looking at players for 20, 30 million at the moment, there's not much around.
There's nobody.
I mean, you look at Andre Gray, who's just gone to Watford. To be fair, 18 million for a 1-year contract.
30 million.
They have got Sissoko, though, isn't it?
Trabzonspor, if you're listening, Trabzonspor fans, take him. It's fine. No deal. We'll pay half his wages. I'll drive him down. Don't worry.
Shout out to the Turks.
Yeah, there you go. Ryanair flight. There you go. That budget airlines. I'll take him. Please, I'm begging you. Please take Sissoko. Please.
So
please. Take him, please.
Oh, right. Okay, so regarding my...
Please. Take him.
I just think the squad's too thin. I think they need at least a couple of players just to bolster the squad because you're going to have Champions League football as well. I'm assuming you're going to want to do good in Champions League.
Yeah.
I just don't think the squad's big enough to actually compete on both.
It's unfortunate. I mean, we wanted a new stadium. We've got that, but the timing of it is just... I think had we played at White Hart Lane this season, we would probably be...
No.
Okay, moving on to the league. Come on, you Spurs.
Okay, moving on to Manchester United. We'll keep this short. Obviously, you guys probably know what I think of our signings. Lukaku, I didn't want him. I wanted Morata. However, he's done well. Matic again, I didn't want him, but he seems like he's done well against Real Madrid. And Lindelof, I didn't know too much about him. However, he's actually been ridiculously shaky. Regarding our players, I've said it so many times. We need one more winger. Any other positions, I think I'll be happy with the squad in general. The players look like they're actually fucking on it to actually do something for a change. But I'll pass it on to our flipping resident sources, Wes. Check him out on Twitter. Links in the description. Wes, any opinions on United so far?
Keisha on Twitter as well.
The only player we're linked with actually is Perisic now. Like, Bale won't come this year. That's not going to happen.
Forget Bale. What is your sources saying? Is Perisic coming according to your sources?
If we pay 48 million, we will get him. Simple as. That's why we get him. But the squad looks perfect when you see it. That 3, except Pogba, he plays shit that game.
To be fair, just before people kill him, I do actually agree he was great against Real Madrid.
Bilal, don't start crying. Yeah.
I know, Bilal, don't hate on him. But yeah, go on.
Like the team looks like so good. Like Matic, Pogba, Herrera.
On paper,
you see that? Yeah, on paper it looks it. And then Mickey, Martial, Lukaku, it looks good. But if we have that one more winger, like a world-class winger, I wish it was Gareth Bale. I wish it was Ronaldo. Just bring it back. No, but I think we're just like one winger. Lindelof needs to improve definitely after he's had a poor pre-season. But you know, some people like they're already like hating on him, saying that he's not good enough. But you gotta give him time in it. He's a centre.
Gotta give him flipping time.
Well, he's come from Benfica now. Premier League obviously he needs time. So
exactly. Okay, just a quick one on United. We'll do our predictions.
I think this is the problem. buying Lindelof from Benfica is a massive risk. I know he cost 35 mil,
obviously.
But someone like, again, I know we spoke about him earlier, Van Dijk, perfect, 26 years
of
age.
went for Van Dijk,
Premier League experience, Benfica, that league, it's just so past it, in my opinion.
It's
so past it. Farmers, like, literally running that league, like, farmers, I'm telling you.
No, listen, if you're from Portugal...
I've got my cousin Raj in the back, and even he could play in that league. Centre midfield, hold it down.
Listen, shout out to all my Portugal viewers,
hold it down, please.
Listen, we don't mean any harm in it, just this guy.
I love the Portuguese, I support you for the Euros, so...
Yeah,
well
I've got Portuguese stock, man. It's cool.
There you go,
Anyways,
support you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think in terms of Man U signings this season, 50-50. I think Lukaku will score a bag full of goals at Man United. You create a lot of chances, and I think inside the 12-yard box. As a Man U fan with you guys, I think you would be disappointed if Lukaku didn't score these 20 Prem goals next season. Would you agree? Matic. Brilliant signing to hold it.
I've been hating.
I know you guys have been talking about Pogba, but for me, he should give Pogba that freedom now.
If Pogba can't get freedom now,
he has to. He has to. But
come on,
again,
I love you, Pogba, though.
If you get Perisic, again, perfect signing, because there's not many players out there as wingers who track back as well as attack.
He's got a good,
and that's why he's a Mourinho signing.
He's better than Lingard. He's an upgrade on Lingard, basically. So if it comes down to it, I'd rather have Perisic than Lingard.
And leading back to your past videos, that's the reason why you've not gone in for Douglas Costa, in my opinion.
No,
based on the fact that he doesn't track back. And that's what Mourinho
got
wants.
Martial,
Exactly. Martial's talent. That's why Martial's not starting, because Mourinho wants him to track back. He wants to involve him as a player. So, but again, I think in terms of Mourinho and him as a manager, he's world class, and he's proven in his last few clubs that his second season is his best season as a manager. So for me, this season, I think you'll either challenge for the title or win it.
Okay, basically, you've led us on perfectly there. Okay, so we'll start with 6. We'll go across events. You can start. So who do you think that's going to come in 6th? Let's make this pretty quick, because otherwise it's going to be all night. 6th position. Who do you think is going to finish 6th in the Premier League?
Everton.
Oh shit, you put Everton in there?
Yep.
You only fucking mentioned Everton.
Everton.
Oh, then who's missing out then?
You'll see.
I was not expecting that at all. We've not spoken about this prior, clearly. Okay, so we've not mentioned Everton. Obviously, they made good signings. Wazza. Okay, so you go for Everton. I have gone for... it's between 2 teams. And I'm going to stick to my initial one, which is actually Tottenham Hotspur. No! It's between them and Liverpool. The reason, I'll just give you a reason, because I know you're going to kill me. The reason being is because I think your squad's too thin. Obviously, Kane's quality, you survived without him. But for me, if Eriksen gets injured, you're actually shafted.
Dale Alli?
No. I just think Eriksen, last season, I think, me personally, I might have underrated him quite a lot, to be honest. When I actually look back at how pivotal he was for you guys, I don't think you can replace Eriksen. With the players you've got.
An interesting stat, Eriksen didn't register his first assist until October.
No, exactly. But regardless of that...
And at that time we were unbeaten still.
I don't give a damn about that.
Hey, stats, get it!
Listen, F your stats, okay? You're coming 6th. Okay, who are you going for 6th? I'm going to put my United, I'm going to hit him.
Title to the 6th. Now, I think with the Coutinho handing in a transfer request supposedly today, I think it's going to be Liverpool.
To be fair, just to throw this out here, in our defence, Coutinho is currently still at Liverpool. Okay, so just hypothetically speaking, if he was to leave, then that would change the situation. So yeah, obviously you've gone for Liverpool in it.
6, yeah.
Okay, so you're rolling the dice on Coutinho leaving. Did we mention if we think Coutinho's going to leave?
Yeah,
it's alright.
He's going to leave. Okay. Anyways, 5th.
Tottenham 5th.
Oh, to be fair, mine was the other way. It could have been the other way around. Okay, I'm going to go for Liverpool 5th. Not because I hate him, but I suppose that would be one of the reasons. Mainly because the flipping defence is shit. If I'm being honest, Tottenham probably could pip him, but the defence is shit, basically. Coutinho looks like he's going to leave. Yeah, Liverpool 5th.
I'm going to go for Mr. Wenger out himself. Arsenal.
Back-to-back 5th.
Arsenal 5th. I think Sanchez is going to be on holiday mode this season, thinking he's going to go to PSG or Man City when he's a free agent next season. So yeah, that'll be great.
Arsenal 5th, fair enough. That's what you're going for 4th.
Arsenal, obviously. Top 4 for Arsenal. I just think they're going to finish above Tottenham.
Rip your head off.
Arsenal back in the 4th position. Funny enough, I've gone for the same. This is not planned, by the way. Just throwing this out here. Yeah, I'm going for Arsenal 4th because they practically live in that 4th position. Yes, we know they came 5th last year, but I just think with the addition of Lacazette, I think they're going to do decent enough to claim back their pivotal 4th position. So what do you reckon, Kish?
No, I disagree completely, but yeah, there you go.
That's fine, mate. We'll leave that for another video.
For 4th?
Yeah.
I said Spurs, and I'm going to stick with Spurs. 4th.
Flipping out. So you've dropped Spurs as well then?
No, Spurs are going to be 4th for me.
Okay, fair enough. I might be completely wrong, to be fair. Okay, so 3rd, that's what you're going for?
I'll put Chelsea because...
We've got the same, what the hell?
Have we?
Yeah, go on, carry on, sorry.
Because I expect the Manchester clubs to like dominate the Premier League this year. Hopefully they do, because Manchester have embarrassed themselves in the last few years.
Very true.
Unfortunately. But yeah, I expect Chelsea to be 3rd, obviously above Arsenal and Tottenham, as the players they have signed. Good potential.
Okay.
Let's go.
Fair enough. Again, Chelsea 3rd. I think we've got the same lineup, man, as Everton.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea 3rd for me as well. Very similar reason to you. I can't see them dropping. No, I'm going to contradict myself here. Chelsea 3rd. However, I think Conte's potentially could be the first manager to be sacked. I'm just throwing that out there.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I just think I know I've put him 3rd, and you're probably thinking, what the hell? That does not make sense. But I just think his relationship with Abramovich is just going to be toxic by the end of the season.
Yeah.
So he's either going to leave at the end of the season, or he's going to be the first one to get sacked. Yeah. Something along those lines. He might leave before then, to be fair.
Yeah.
So who you go for?
And
3rd?
again, leading back to what you said, I think Chelsea will come 3rd, based on the fact that the signings for me not being good enough, no Prem experience, and if you remember as well, Petr Cech sold to Arsenal when Mourinho was there, and Mourinho was not happy about the sanction of that sale.
Yeah, he was pissed.
And I think Conte is going to be the exact same with Matic, and it's quite strange that he's come to the media the last week about how much he rated Matic as a player. So that tells me he didn't want to let him go.
He did not want to let him go.
So yeah, Chelsea 3rd.
And all the Chelsea fans on social media saying that might not buying the rejects. Fuck off. Yes, cheers for Matic. Okay, 2nd, you've already said Manchester clubs. I'll clearly Manchester club. You the same, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we were all going for the same thing. Okay, so what are you going for 2nd?
On paper, looking at the squads, Man United, Man City, I'll put United 2nd, City 1st. Because
Champions City, okay.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, go on.
Man U fan, by the way, just saying, yeah.
I think it just depends on that one more signing we make. I don't know who it is, but
yeah,
it's just that one signing, that winger. We'll see who it is, but you know, that's all I'm gonna say. But Man City, they got too much good players going forward, and the fullbacks. You know, as you said earlier on, what if Mendy left back? Mendy and Walker. What if they sick this season? Like, who knows?
Yeah,
that's what I expect City at the moment.
Fucking hell.
Usman Talks United, by the way. This is a channel, yeah? It's either Usman Talks United or Usman Talks City after this prediction.
Alright, relax, man. City ain't got fans. Okay, so I might have, you know, the pressure's got to me. Am I not going to win the league? Are City going to win the league? Fucking hell, where are we going? Pet me, Jose. I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going for the fucking main man. We're going to win the league! Come on! 21 titles! Come on, Jose! City in 2nd, Man United 1st. I don't know if I believe that really. It's just a bit hype. No, but Jose's 2nd season, I just think that we were very hard to beat last year. Hopefully, Lukaku is going to get his plus 20 goals. Obviously, we'll go into Golden Boot and all that stuff in a second, but I just think that we're going to have the capability of going all the way because we've got more balance in City. Like I said, the transfer window hasn't closed yet. I just think they need another centre, but I can't see Company lasting the full season. And if Otamendi and Stones are playing at the back with the likes of Walker and Mendy, who are going to be ridiculously far forward every time they're going to get caught on the break, in my personal opinion. So, Man United, I'm going to back my team for once in my life, and we're going to go with City 2nd. So, what do you say, mate?
Yes, I want to go for Man U 2nd. I want to go for City 1st.
Okay.
Based on the fact that this is a huge season for Pep, and I think their attack is just crazy. They've got the best attack.
It's close,
They've got the best attack in the Premier League.
They have got the best.
They won't keep many clean sheets. That's the one thing I will say. There'll be a lot of 4-2s, 5-2s.
By City players in fantasy football.
But again, with United, if you think about it, if Lukaku gets injured, I can't see the goals. I know there's talks of Zlatan, but that's January time that you're probably going to get him.
I mean, he's a free agent, we can get him anyway.
Yeah, December, January time.
Yeah,
but again, I think even last season you struggled to get the goals, and that was with Zlatan scoring the amount of goals he still did. So I think City, based on their attack and the goals, they've got goals from everywhere, to be honest. And if you look at their centre midfield, you've got David Silva, the other Silva as well, and you've got De Bruyne. Look at that 3 midfield. You've got Cisco there. So yeah, hopefully for you guys, they all get injured, but we'll see.
They're not getting injured. Okay, so you've gone. To be fair, I was thinking City as well, but I'm sticking to United mainly because mine is having
his channel dependent on it.
Yeah, I can't be doing Blue Moon bullshit. Okay, so just to quickly recap, so 6 you've gone for Everton. So obviously Liverpool, I'm assuming the same 7th. Yeah. Okay, so 6. So you've gone Everton. Do you just quickly run through yours?
So Everton 6th. I put Tottenham 5th.
Yeah.
Wolves 4th. Arsenal, Chelsea. United.
And City.
Oh boy, I wish United were first.
Well, I should hope so as a United fan.
The reason why I put Liverpool 7th because I can't see like if Coutinho leaves, like who would they sign? Like as I said, they don't sign like class players. Like
can't wait for those Klopp Gillette adverts after that. Wait.
Like it depends on the signing. Like we can do another video like at the end. Like
yeah, we'll do one at the end of the transfer.
On the transfer, like it depends who people
we'll
sign. Still, what if Chelsea sign like what if they sign?
In my opinion, Liverpool can't replace Coutinho. If he
I don't think they can.
Who can you get? There isn't no one as good as him.
Alright, fair
That's available anyway.
Alright, okay, just a quick recap on mine. So I've gone for Spurs 6th, Liverpool 5th, Arsenal 4th, Chelsea 3rd, Man City 2nd, and I'm back my own team for once in my bloody life. We're going to win the league this year. And do you want to quickly recap yours?
Yeah, so I've gone Liverpool 6th based on the Coutinho and Chan situation. I've gone for Arsenal 5th based on the fact that Sanchez is vital for them, and I don't like them. I hate them, let's be honest.
No way,
Fourth for Spurs, so we're going to keep Champions League. If we weren't at Wembley, we'd win the league, obviously. Third, I've gone for Chelsea. Conte's getting sacked before the end of the season.
Are you agreeing with that?
Yeah, I'm going in with that. Okay, second, I'm going for Manchester United. Huge improvement from last season again.
That's good.
And first, Pep Guardiola. Again, I've rated him as a manager, but even myself, if he doesn't win the trophy this year, it'd be a bit of a divide. But yeah, City number 1.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so just going to quickly finish up on a couple of little bonus things. Golden Boot, obviously came back to back like Drake. So we'll do Golden Boot, and then we'll do Player of the Season, or who you think the Player of the Season is going to be. Okay, so we'll start with. Should I just go first?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, go on then. So Kane, obviously, is just quickly to discuss a couple. I think we all agree on Kane. Yeah. It's between Kane, Lukaku, Aguero, potentially Jesus. Yeah. Is anyone else I missed out? Sanchez, maybe? I don't think so. I don't think we'll be on it this year.
I don't think so.
Are we all in agreement? Is
yeah, I agree, yeah.
Okay, so out of them 4, by all means leave yours in the comments if you don't agree with what we've gone for. So out of them 4, no, I'm actually going to go for Lukaku because obviously, like I said, we're going to win the league. I can see Lukaku getting. Why are you laughing for? He got what was that 26 goals or something stupid for Everton? Whatever he got for Everton, it was ridiculous.
Kane gave him a head start, remember?
Yeah, Kane did give him a head start. We obviously know what Kane's like, but I'll put you in 6. So I can't give you Golden Boot and have you in 6. That would be an absolute shambles. Put us in first. Okay, so I'm going to stick to Lukaku as the main man for the Golden Boot. Okay, Vers, quickly, who are you going for?
I had Aguero, but I just changed my mind right now.
Who are you going for?
Lukaku.
Come on, United.
No, because the thing is, Lukaku at Everton, look how much goals he scored from, like, I watched all his goals last season, and look, he scored some class goals for Everton. Look at the players around him that he had at Everton, and now look at the players he's got.
Why don't you just stick your tongue out like else? Why don't you just do that instead?
To be fair, it could, like, the 4 people that we mentioned, it could literally be any of them because it's going to be ridiculously close. It could be Aguero or Kane for that matter. I think Jesus is more for gamble.
Mystic Kish on here. Kane, Golden Boot.
You go for a hat-trick?
Yeah, Kane, Player of the Season. Young Player of the Season, Gabriel Jesus for Man City. I think he's going to impress. I think assists, De Bruyne.
If you give him Kane Player of the Season?
Yep, I have, yeah.
And Golden Boot?
Yep, and Golden Boot. Young Player of the Year, Gabriel Jesus, like I mentioned.
Okay.
I think the assist is going to be De Bruyne. I think this is going to be a huge season for Kevin De Bruyne. He got it last season. And I think Golden Gloves, David De Gea. David De Gea. I'm already ahead.
If you're still watching the video at this point, you know G man. Drop a like, yeah.
David De Gea.
Okay, that's fine. No, because you've gone for all of them, I might as well do all of them. So, Golden Boot, obviously Lukaku. Golden Glove, fucking David De Gea. Winning greens for a change. What was the one? Assist?
Assist, yeah.
I'm going to give that De Bruyne as well because I genuinely think De Bruyne is going to be
Young Player of the Year.
The main man. Young Player of the Year, I've not actually given this much thought if I'm being honest with you.
Rashford,
but fuck it, it's going to be between Rashford and Jesus. I'm going to have to give it to Jesus actually, I do agree with that. Haven't got my fancy foot for no blade reason. And Player of the Year, oof, this one's a tight one. This could be anyone actually. There's quite a few. I think Pogba's going to have a good year, you know, but I don't think he'll quite do. No, I'm going to give it for De Bruyne.
De Bruyne?
I think that De Bruyne's going to have a big season. I know that's kind of contradictory saying that Man United are going to win the league, but De Bruyne is going to get Player of the Year. But I just think the guy is just sheer quality. His goals and assists is going to be up there, so I'm going to go for De Bruyne. So do you want to quickly just rack yours up?
Yep, I think obviously, what's his name again? I forgot.
Lukaku.
Yeah, Lukaku.
Oh, he's been licking his ass. He's been licking his ass.
That's what happens when you change your mind on the spot. Anyways, Lukaku Golden Boot. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, so
who's next?
What are you going for? Assists, most assists.
Assist De Bruyne, obviously. If City wins, I said City will win the league, so I'll give it De Bruyne.
Okay, so who are you going for? Golden Glove. So most
Golden Glove. David De Gea, obviously.
David De Gea, fair enough. Very obvious apparently. And who are you going for? Is it a young player?
Young player.
Yeah, young player. Who are you going for? Young player?
Marcus Rashford.
I would love to see that. I know he's got De Bruyne assist, hasn't he?
Yeah, after Parim, if City,
De Bruyne. And the last one was a player of the season, basically. The last and pivotal one.
Give it Aguero. As I said, City won the league, so I would give it to Sergio Aguero.
Was he just licking Lukaku's ass a second ago and then he's got to Aguero?
I don't.
What is going on?
On that note, I just want to say thank you if you have made it through to the whole time. Feel free to drop a like. If you've enjoyed having either of these two on.
From Lukaku to Aguero, you know.
Let me know. Their Twitter, you want to go to Twitter or Insta on you?
Kishindu, Twitter, Insta.
Always on UFC.
He's a German.
Them sources, yeah.
Snapchat, always on Instagram, Facebook, BBM.
He's lying. He supports every team, world football.
People don't call it UK. The best sources. Anyways, that will be in the description. Drop a like, share, subscribe if you do. All aside. It's been your boy Usman. Take care. Fucking you hit the heat first. Man United winning the league. We didn't do relegate. We'll do it for another video. Take care. Come on, United!
Come on, you Spurs!